This is the design of greed, communicating about greed. Greed stems from one origin point, from one source point, within and as human beings' mind consciousness systems, which is fear of loss. Human beings who exist, live, greed, are human beings who consist of the most experiences or designs within them of fear of loss. Have a look at this interesting manifestation within human beings, which is greed. Now, imagine a human being who believes that they have an infinite thirst, that if they don't stop drinking, they will die. But it is only a believed design in their mind. Now this human being drinks and drinks and drinks, and because of this belief, they have this infinite thirst within them, always thirsty. And they drink and drink and drink and doesn't want to make a change. They just drink and drink and drink. Doesn't matter if they have to kill, if they have to harm, if they have to ruin human beings' lives, ruin the world, ruin businesses. Doesn't matter what they do, because all that exists for that human being who's experiencing that infinite thirst is getting water. And that being just drinks, 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 continue, doesn't stop. All that exists is, I am extensively thirsty, and I have to drink. And I will do anything in my power to get hold of water, because if I don't drink water, I will die. And it's being drinks, 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 drinks. Does anything and everything, no matter what, to just get hold of water. Same goes for human beings in terms of greed. Their mind consciousness system design is designed of fear of loss. In other words, if they do not get all the money, as much money and assets and security nets and backup plans, etc., for their future or for their lives in this moment, they will lose everything. They could lose everything. So what do they do? What do human beings do that are greed, that live greed? They preoccupy, design and manifest their world so that this fear of loss becoming as them, which stems the living of them as greed, that they don't have to ever experience that fear of loss, of maybe, possibly losing what they already have. So they build up, build up, build up, build up, build up, build up. So that maybe, possibly, if they do lose something, they still have. So therefore, they will take everything in the goddamn world to make sure that they won't lose anything. It's like trying to defy what is existing within them as fear of loss. Thus, human beings who live and become greed will take, and will take, and will take. Will kill, will destroy, and will do anything and everything in their power, risk everything and anything, to make sure that they fulfill this greed as them, as what they live and have become, and thus try and attempt to fill up this fear of loss they experience within them, to just not lose anything within their world. They mustn't, they can't. If they lose anything, they won't survive, they'll struggle, and they'll have to experience themselves being poor like a bum on the street. And that's not what they want. So thus human beings with greed, that live greed and that become greed, have got the most fear within them, the greatest fear fear of loss existing within them. That's why, to make sure that, according to them, that this fear of loss doesn't become actually their world, they have suppressed that with greed. Taking as much as they can, to just not have this fear of loss or losing anything come up within them. So then they manifest that fear within their world as greed, to have everything in their manifested world which they can see, and thus they're apparently safe now and protected from this fear of loss, of losing anything, because then they think, oh God, I have everything I want, I need, I will have more, because then I cannot lose anything, because everything is mine. That's where greed stems from. Thank you very much. This is the design of greed, communicating about greed. Human beings understand that if you have greed existing within you, of wanting more continuously the whole time of what you have, there will be consequences. And that greed and that experience of yourself will consume you and overtake you to the point where you will do things which you believed that which you couldn't have believed or conceived yourself to do. And you won't feel a thing. You won't feel regret, you won't feel shame, you won't feel sorrow. Because all that exists is that you need to survive. Through fear of loss, if you don't, you will live like a bum on the streets, and it's not what you do, what you want. And all that exists is then taking, having, no matter what. So I suggest self-forgiveness on greed. Accept what you already have. Express gratefulness for what you already have. Because the consequential effects and flows of what you will have to do to fulfill that greed within yourself that you experience of wanting more and having more will take you to the extremes of the beast and the monster the mind can become. Just have a look, because there are examples in this world of the apparent elite for power and control of money, of humanity. And to what extremes have they not already gone to gain that power and control of money and of human beings? It is extensive. So do no longer support me, which is the design of greed. Destroy me. Eliminate me. That I do no longer exist in and of this world. Thank you very much.